Good evening, everybody. Michael, soothing here. Tonight, what I'm going to do, instead of an unboxing video, I'm going to do more of a boxing video. This is gifts for my daughter Rachel's birthday. Now, it may seem a little like overkill to you when you see how much I put in this box, but there's actually a reason for it. Some of it is some items she's inheriting, and some of it is items I purchased for her, and a little bit are items I expect her to pass down to her new daughter, my new grandchild, Emerald. Okay, so it's just going to be a little different kind of video this evening. I'm going to reposition the camera so that you can see what I'm doing, and I hope not to be too much of a klutz as I'm doing it. Alright, hold on just one moment. I also need a sip of water first. You know, here in Oregon, the water is so good and spring water like, and tastes good. I don't have to buy that Dasani bottled water anymore, although I still buy it once a month or so just to reuse the bottles because they're so handy. After I drink them, I refill them in the tap, and for taking in the car and stuff like that. Did I slurp? Pardon me if I slurped. I would like to take a little poll. Do you like it better if the video is whispered or if it is soft spoken? Because some people prefer one and some prefer the other. I can tell you, when my voice starts getting weak in the wintertime from allergies and things and the cold air I've been walking, it's easier to whisper. But many people prefer soft spoken, so I'm just curious to do an informal question for you. So we're going to put things into this box, this very colorful butterfly box, which is going to go inside an even larger butterfly box that looks like that. Very nice, yes? So I think Rachel's going to like these gifts. We'll find out afterwards. I'll report back in a future video. Hold on one moment, we'll reposition. Okay, here we are. Here is our box. And over here we have our bigger box. But we'll start with this one because everything has to go into this one before it goes into the bigger box. Now I have, if we have a little too much space in here at the end, I have this cushioning stuff that I can use. I've got my handy dandy scissors here, as you can see. When the shark bites. Okay, why do I always do that? I don't know. Anyway, I've got this bubble wrap in case we need that. We'll put that right up there, handy close by. And for wrapping individual items, I'm not going to get too fancy or too carried away. I'm going to use this Hallmark tissue paper, which is in various colors here, because at the end I'll wrap the entire box inside the other box, and I will use this this happy birthday paper here that has these pleasing sort of colors on it. I like metallic colors, don't you? I just do. just do. Okay, so let's start in. I think first we should get some of this out of this package. I hope that's not like really extremely noisy. I'm quite sure it probably is. But let's get this out. We'll just toss this on the floor for now, right? I can clean it up later. Oh look, there's two big things of this stuff. So I'm sure we have way more than we're gonna need. So I wonder if I should have used my high quality microphone for this. Oh well, you guys don't care about that. I can see where this is gonna make a mess. It's gonna be hard for me to figure out how to keep it all straight. So I think what I'll do, put some of that blue one up there. I'll take some of this green stuff and we'll cut it down to size. Where did I put my scissors? Here they are. Cut some of these sheets down to size so we don't have such a massive amount of this stuff. Otherwise, we're going to be wrapping, you know, a 1 ounce item in a 20-pound container, or whatever you would say. And now I have some green. We'll cut that in half again, I think. How many colors should we use? That'll be for green. We'll do some blue, dark blue. I'll just start cutting away indiscriminately. Don't forget to tell me whether you like whispering better or soft spoken, okay? I'm still hoping that these sounds will not be too loud and irritating, okay? Because our goal here is to relax you, not to annoy you. All right, there we go. Too much green. All right, so I think the first thing that we'll do, this stuff's taking over. The attack of the tissue paper, taking over the world. One of the first things I want to do, I had started to make something special here with some real genuine jewels that I have procured. And I put a little note in here to my daughter that says, Tweety, these are genuine gemstones. You can see there's aquamarines in there, an amethyst, a garnet, and peridot, and there's even a sapphire. See the blue one? That's a genuine sapphire. So this is like a very special gift. I would say it's the central gift in some ways of the whole thing, when it comes to value anyway. And I selected all of these at a gem show myself, okay? But then I realized my new granddaughter's name is Emerald. And part of the reason she's named Emerald is because that's my daughter Rachel's birthstone. So I said to myself, I can't wrap this up yet until I put some emeralds in there, right? So I went and delved into my stash of jewels. Or I should say I did that before. But I happen to know that I have some really tiny emeralds in here. Let's find them together. I'm gonna have to take some of this stuff out to find them. Look at that big ametrine that's in that bag. I'll show it to you sometime. Oh, I think I see the emeralds. They're not buried too far down. Okay, here they are. Peridot. Here's the emeralds. 2.5 millimeter emeralds, okay? There they are. So, we'll put these other ones back. Put this other stuff back. I like to make jewelry sometimes. And so, I keep a stash of stuff around that I might use to make jewelry with. So let's take a few emeralds out of this bag. Tiny emeralds for a tiny new granddaughter, right? I'm gonna put them, some emeralds in my hand there. Yeah, they're small, but so is she. I hope I don't drop these on the floor. I will never find them in the carpet. I'd have to use a flashlight, a super high intensity one. All right, so let's place these emeralds, little baby emeralds, into the container, into the little gift box, the little heart gift box, which is appropriate since I love my daughter and granddaughter. You can see the little emeralds down in there now. And now we've got a bunch of genuine jewels. So we're going to lock this like that. And I thought what would be a good idea would be to take that little box and put it in this little bag, this little heart box, like this, so that it can now be a riddle wrapped in an enigma, okay? And then I thought what we could do is we could take this little black bag and we could put it into this brand new little genuine leather coin purse. I hope that doesn't have the price tag still. No, I took that off. We'll put that into this coin purse, which still has its carry strap in there. All right. We can stick that in there. That will be a little surprise, right? I hope she doesn't like throw this thing out or something and not look inside. That would be a drag, huh? I better give her a clue. But Rachel's very careful. I don't think she would do that. Now we have a riddle wrapped in an enigma, surrounded by a mystery, if you know that line, okay? So that's going to go in our box. Now we have some other goodies here. For example, this is something you hang that catches the sun. What do you think about those beautiful colors? I think I even have you know how I like to backlight things and show you their colors. See there? Or from this view, I think maybe. Get the real, I love those kinds of blues and turquoise and purple and that kind of thing. This is something you hang in a window. It was hand beaded, you know. And so I think what we'll do is we'll put this in the box. Turn off this light. We'll put this in the box. At the bottom, it will be safe from getting broken. In the middle of the box, we're going to put a note card set. So we'll just kind of wrap that in tissue paper. Nothing fancy. I'm terrible with wrapping things, by the way, so I don't mind if it's messy, because what that means is it will just hold that beautiful hanging thing in place to assure it doesn't get broken. Okay, I'm gonna pause because the refrigerator came on again and it's annoying me. All right, I turned the refrigerator off so that it will not irritate us any further with background hum. Now, that could be dangerous for someone like me because I have short-term memory trouble, and I could end up waking up in the morning to thawed out food. So what I did was I set my alarm so that it will go off and remind me to turn the refrigerator back on in a few minutes. All right, so let's put this thing that we made in here and see what's next. Rachel really likes bangly bracelets, so I think we're going to put one of these in there. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll wrap it, but I think we will. I think we'll wrap this bangly bracelet. If you could call this wrapping with what I'm doing. It's just kind of fun to have a slight extra layer of mystery involved with each item, don't you think? So we'll do that. Should I put a piece of tape? No, I don't think I need to put a piece of tape. It just kind of stays on its own. And we'll put that in there. Next up, another bangly bracelet. That one's beautiful, isn't it? I don't think that's quite her style, though. I think we're going to save this out for something else. But I have something here that I think she will really like, which is some peacock feather earrings. Because Rachel really likes these colors, and she also really likes anything that's natural from the animal kingdom. So I think she'll love that. Peacock feather earrings. So we're going to put those right in there like that. We're going to wrap that carefully. Maybe what we should do with that is put that in the little purse, the little coin purse. That's going to give her more incentive to hunt around in there for things. So she doesn't just think that it's, the stuffing or something in the purse. Let's hope those don't bend. I don't think they will because I've got them flat, okay? There. Maybe we should wrap the whole purse too. Let's consider it. After all, we're on a wrapping frenzy here, aren't we? All right, let's wrap the entire purse. Might as well make it as fun as possible. Now, in a previous video, I told you we read this book, like a nighttime reading before bed story that I used to read to my kids when they were young, the Goodnight Moon book. So I'm going to give this to Rachel so that she can read it to my grandchild, baby M. This is brand new. I only have used it once, which was to read to you folks, my subbies, okay? So we will wrap the Goodnight Moon book. That's too small. Get a piece of this blue paper. And wrap the Goodnight Moon book. Sort of wrap it. If you could call that wrapping. I think we need to put this down at the bottom. Like that. Otherwise, we're not going to fit everything in here. All right, here is a pair of hanging tassels. This is the kind of thing that I think Rachel would really like. And so we're going to, she would hang this from a dresser. I mean, what do you call that? Where women do their makeup and things. I don't remember the name. I'm not going to wrap these. I'm just going to lay them in here like this. Okay. And then what else shall we do? I have this little box here. Nice little kind of bejeweled box. And I was thinking we could put something in it. And I have a couple things in mind. I think I'm going to put some gemstones that I got at Mountain Spirit Store. Those semi-precious gemstones there. I don't remember what this is. I think a calcite. And it's an orange calcite. Nice color stone. So I think we'll put those in there. That might be a little loud. And then Rachel really likes leather. So I think we're going to put this leather bracelet in there. And this had some handmade beads put on. And so we're going to include that. I think we got to be careful with this one or it will break. I'm going to put that aside to wrap separately. Is what I'm going to do with that. Okay, now this one, let's wrap a piece of, we'll do another blue here. Continuing with our theme, wrapping everything. And this is another Rachelish bracelet. This is an inheritance. Okay, so it's flexible and she likes things like this. More like, I don't remember the name of the style you would call this because I'm a guy and I'm not too smart about these things, but let's just say I know she would like that. So we'll give her one of those. I think another piece of green will do for that. If you just heard a burp and it came through on the video, that would be the cockatiel's fault because the bird, she burps like that. It carries all the way over here. Can you believe it? All right, so we'll put that in there. Next up, I'm getting a little carried away, so I'm going to have to stop soon with all this stuff, or it's going to truly be overkill. Just for a fun little thing, I'm going to put in some monkey mints. These are pineapple flavor. You know what? I think I'm going to try one. And if Rachel doesn't watch this video, she won't know that I stole one of her mints. make a nice little rattle in the box, you know. All right, next up, we have this candle. What do you call this? It snuffs out the candle, you know. You put it down on the candle to put out the fire without burning your fingers. Although it's pretty easy to just, you know, squeeze the little wick, but, you know, this is a nice little elegant sort of thing. And it's got a little hand beaded thing on there that you can see. So I'm going to put this in. This is another inherited piece, sort of more like an antique-y thing. Then we have this little beaded purse right here. What do you call that? Like a little beaded coin purse thing. Sort of an Indian beaded thing. So we will wrap that in a piece of dark blue. Like this. Now, for those of you who are saying, gee, I wish my dad would give me this many gifts for my birthday, I need you to realize that this year is an exception and different from all other years because of events that have happened in the family. And so some of these are inherited items that Rachel will keep as reminders. So that's why there's quite a lot more going on than normal. All right, what we have here is a fragrance titled Christmas. It's a scented oil. I'm going to smell it and see what Christmas smells like, if I can. That actually does smell just like, it smells like pine tree and something else. Peppermint, candy cane. It's got several hints of Christmas. I tell you, this really is very, I feel like I should keep this, you know, because it does smell like Christmas. I think I might keep this one and divide it into 2 little bottles and then give it to her. I'll put some in a separate bottle and label it and then pass this on later, if that's okay with you, my subbies. I have these out, but these are not Rachel's style, so and I think this would be overkill, but I really do. Rachel really likes fantasy art, and this is another handmade piece with a little fantasy art pendant and some leather cord, you know, and a couple little gear things here with these accents on them, these colorful eye accents. See, that's like an eye looking at you, see? Like in the Lord of the Rings, you know? And so I'm going to include this because I believe she will really like that. So we'll wrap that in a piece of this tissue paper. And then I think, to top everything off, last but not least, this is just an inexpensive, fun gift. And what it is it's a beta bed leaf hammock, because Rachel has beta fish in little aquarium jars. And what you do with this leaf is you use this little suction cup to stick on the side of the jar or bowl, and the leaf sticks into it, and the beta will rest on it like that because they're pretty low metabolism fish. They like to be lazy. I can relate to betas myself. If I had to be a fish, I would be a beta so that I could sleep like that and not down in the muck on the bottom or having to swim and sleep at the same time, right? A naturalistic, look what it says, a naturalistic leaf hammock for your beta to rest on. Always your beta allows your beta to rest near the surface of the water, just like they do in nature. Yeah, so attaches with a suction cup. Here they illustrate how you put it on, you know, on the back there. So we'll put that in. Should we wrap that too? Why not? Wrap that up too. Now we're going to put the top on this thing here. And, oh, you know what I forgot to give her? Okay, we got to put one more gift in there. We're really going crazy with the gifts here, but it's a one-time thing, folks. Not this big crystal. Maybe some other time. I myself make jewelry, and I gave Rachel some earrings that I made that will kind of match this wire-wrapped goldstone. I do this kind of wire-wrapped jewelry, and I made this one. So I'm going to give this to Rachel, and I think she will like it. It's similar to something else I made her before, and so we'll see what she thinks about that. So we'll put that in there. I should put this in a little box or something. Really, I think I have a little box over here. Hold on, let me check. Let me just check. I was looking for a use for this little box. But this is more of a ring box, so I don't think I'll use it. I have in the other room, I have, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and sure enough, in my box of jewelry making supplies I found, I have a supply of these boxes that you can put necklaces in. So we'll take this back out of this here. Uh-oh, there goes my alarm. It's telling me to turn the refrigerator back on. That means our video went quite a while, so I'm gonna have to reset the alarm for 5 more minutes from now, or I will forget to turn that refrigerator back on, because we're almost done, aren't we? I think maybe I'll have to edit out that alarm sound in post-production. All right, so let's put our necklace in here. Put that on there. I think we should tape that, though, don't you? Where is my tape? While I'm looking, I'll have a sip of water. I'm sure I had some tape over here. I see it. I've got to squeeze around the camera without knocking it over and disturbing everyone. Don't mind me slurping. You know, it's more fun to drink ice water you slurp it a little bit. At least that's my theory. Okay, so I'll put a little bit of tape on here. And I'm going to write on here, well, Rachel will know I made it. Because, you know what, that's not going to fit in there. I'm going to have to wrap that separately. But I'm not going to do that while you guys are watching. Because I'm no good at wrapping gifts. And it's going to look a little messy when I'm done. But let's put this top on here. This is a beautiful box in its own right. With the butterfly theme. We'll put a little bit of tape. I don't want to put any major tape on there because it might wreck the box. So just a tiny piece, not stuck on very tight. Just enough to hold the lid semi-secure. Now we'll bring the bigger box over. We will put the smaller box into the larger box. Yeah, that tape didn't work so good. Okay, you would think an engineer could figure this out. There we go. But engineers can be kind of foolish sometimes when it comes to common sense stuff. But you see, I'm going to line the butterflies up facing the same way because I'm anal that way, okay? Now I am going to tape this on a little bit better just so it doesn't rattle around on me when I go to wrap it. But not enough to damage the exterior colors of the box. Okay, and that's it, everybody. A multi-dimensional gift for daughter Rachel that includes original birthday gifts as well as some inherited, passed on items. Okay, take care, everyone, and don't ASMR